Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful evening. I'm so excited to share with you a book that I have literally read from cover to cover well over 100 times. And I know you're thinking, Megas, isn't that a bit obsessive? And I would say 100% yes, it is obsessive. But you know what? It wasn't me. It was my children. They were obsessive every night. They wanted me to read them Humphrey's Bear. And you know what? We read this well over 100 times. I was thinking about it today. It blew me away that there's 365 days in a year. For years, every night, the kids wanted me to read this book to them. I'd read them 2 books every night, and they'd usually pick this and then one other. We had quite a few to choose from. But Humphrey's Bear was always in the mix. So, I mean, it could be in the thousands how many times I've gone from cover to cover on this. And what's funny, I saw it on the shelf and I walked over and I just looking at it and I held it to my chest and just hugged it because the memories I have of being with my babies is just so beautiful. And then I started thinking about another great video, books that when you finish, you hold to your chest and hug. You know, I'm always looking for that book. We read so many books, hundreds of books, and every once in a while you come across some you hug to your chest. And another one, of course, Circe. When I finished this book, it was right here. Oh my God, I am in love. I love Circe. I want to live on Circe's island. It was beautiful. And then today, did you catch today's video? I did my number 1 favorite book, which you know is Circe, but I did Where the Crawdad Sings because it is literally, and the more I thought about it, like it kept me up last night, it's the same story, but one has magic and one just has determination and human will. They both have their private lives. A lot of the same things happen to them. I've seen all the parallels to these stories. And I was thinking, you know, this is my favorite book. This is my favorite book. They're the same story in a way. Obviously, they're different, but now I have 2 number 1 favorite books. And you know, my other favorite book, A Picture of Dorian Gray, I never finish that and hold it to my chest and hug it, right? It's a totally different kind of experience. But when I finish these, I'm all, oh my God, I just experienced something so beautiful. Another one is Jane Eyre. Now, I've only read this once. I don't know if I'll ever reread it, but it was one. When I was done, I loved her so much. You just go through life with her from child to adult, and all she goes through, and you're just rooting for her. You laugh with her, you cry with her, you dream with her, and this is one I just held to my chest, Jane Eyre. It's definitely worth reading once. Another book we talked about today, at the end of our video today, my favorite book of all time, I talk about my favorite author of all time, and a man called Uva. There's another book. When I was done, I'm hugging it, my friends. I just love it. And so what I was hoping you'd do, because I really do write all these down, tell me a book that when you finished, you hug to your chest so I can write it down and go buy it, my friends, because I live for those. And I don't like reading so many books just to get to that one good one. Now that I have you guys that are so involved and I'm writing down all your books, I never have to just go through just book after book looking for that perfect book. You guys give me the best recommendations. So now I'm going to do something. I'm going to read Humphrey's Bear. Now you might be thinking, Megas, I'm a grown-ass adult. You are not going to read me a child's book. Okay, but if you want me to, I'm going to read it. Matter of fact, Tinkum's here. Tinkum, look at my baby. She's right here. I have that little thing I do, reading to the dogs. And sometimes I know it's just me and the dogs in a camera with no one looking at the other end. But if you want to, go brush your teeth, go put on your pajamas, and Megas is going to read you a bedtime story. I'll show you the picture. This artwork, it means so much to me. There's Humphrey going upstairs with his little teddy bear, and he's hearing his parents talk. It says, when Humphrey went up the stairs to bed, he heard his father say, "Isn't Humphrey too old to sleep with a toy bear?" Humphrey didn't hear what his mom said. He just jumped under the blanket and snuggled with a brown bear and slept. The bear was very old. It had been Humphrey's father's bear long ago. As soon as Humphrey was asleep, the bear grew as big as it always did and took him by the hand. "Get up," called the big bear, standing in the moonlight. "Our boat is waiting." "Here's your cap. Get moving." Sleepy Humphrey followed downstairs and out the kitchen door quietly so that his parents didn't hear him. There was a river running beyond the wet green night grass, and at the end of long planks lay a sailboat. "Take the helm, steer," shouted the bear, pulling the ropes of high-flying sails. Cast off, and they sailed right out of the backyard. A nice wind whooshed them along, and after a while the bear served Humphrey and himself a cup of hot chocolate. Pretty soon the river flowed into a huge wet sea, and porpoises sang sea songs for them. Humphrey steered by the stars, while the shaggy bear with the banjo danced a fine jig. Are you enjoying this, Tinkum? I wonder if anyone else is out there still watching. Suddenly, a typhoon came up out of nowhere, and the bear slipped and fell off the deck. Humphrey dived for his friend. "Where are you?" said Humphrey. "Blub, blub," said the bear. Oh no, poor Humphrey. "I will save you," yelled Humphrey. However, he could not find the bear, though he swam and swam and swam. Until he came to an island. Over a sandy hill, he heard a dreamy banjo playing. Seashells pinched his feet as Humphrey climbed the sandy hill. He found the bear and the warm moon outside, and hot chocolate inside dried them. Humphrey could smell the bear's wonderful furry fur, and my kids would always sniff the book. That was their thing. Hundreds and hundreds of times, my children's noses were sniffing that page right there, smelling Humphrey's furry fur. And they shut their eyes, and the next thing Humphrey knew, he was in his bed. "Bear, where are you?" yelled Humphrey. His father was holding the toy bear in the moonlight. His father was remembering when that bear was his bear. "Here, son," whispered his father. His mom stood in the half-open door, smiling as his father put the little bear back in Humphrey's hands. "I used to sail with him too." Oh, I love this book. Big hug. Oh, that's love. Memories, children, dogs, books, and my wonderful friends. Sleep well, and know Magus loves you.